Welcome back to Everyday Hockey, presented by Draftkings, the leader in daily fantasy sports. Don't forget to use promo code THPN upon sign up for a bonus. And if you're a regular user, plug that promo code in for a weekly deal. Today, we talk about the latest scandal involving Evander Kane. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Evander Kane, Dylan, he's back in the news, and it's not for the positive.
Man, this story is crazy. Not unexpected, I guess, seeing this guy's past. But yeah, his soon-to-be ex-wife appears on Instagram and kind of airing out the dirty laundry, essentially, saying that Evander basically abandoned her and their kids in San Jose, went on vacation in Europe, wasn't funding them. She had to sell her wedding ring just to supply her baby with supplies and diapers and whatnot.
Crazy. And the house from what I've been reading too, no?
Well, exactly. And she has to deal with the whole, the bank taking the house, because he's gone through this bankruptcy this past season. So, man, it's an absolute mess.
It's an absolute mess. And clearly he has a gambling problem.
Yeah, which she highlighted as well in her Instagram post, saying that, he's betting on NHL games. And she also said that he's throwing games in the NHL because obviously he's a player for the San Jose Sharks. So that's out there too.
Yeah, I have the Instagram post right here. And I'll start with that one, Dylan. Just kind of, it was straight up like a call out to Gary Bettman too. It said, at NHL, can someone ask Gary Bettman how they can let a player gamble on his own games? Bet and win with bookies on his own games. And to outline what you said in regards to like the Euro trip and everything, it's a little bit of a long one here, but this is verbatim what she wrote. So you leave July 8th, do not call or text at all for 7 days. Then you inform me you're going to Europe for a vacation. Must be nice. But at the same time, tell me our house is being taken by the bank, but do not come home to help up a pregnant wife pack or help with anything at all. Folks, it goes on and on and on, but it ends with everyone knows the type of person you are, at Evander 9 Kane.
Wow, some strong words. I mean, some of it. I mean, one point I want to look at, the throwing games on purpose. As a guy that's covered the San Jose Sharks for the past year, I find that part tough to believe because he was one of the best San Jose Sharks players this season. But the other stuff, I mean, if any of that's true, that's pretty unbelievable.
There's another post, which nothing is funny about this situation. I'm smiling because she was, taking a shot at him, had a book that said Casino Gambling for Dummies. She tags at San Jose Sharks. When your own teammates give you this book, I think they're trying to tell you maybe you're not the best at the tables, bud.
Wow.
That's a Canadian shot if I've ever heard one, eh, Dylan?
Yeah, 100%. And like we said, this isn't the first time that he's been involved in a scandal like this.
Can we talk a little bit about just his play on the ice this year, where you said, I question, him throwing games. And look, I get it. You can still score a lot of points and then, mess up in the little things, the defense, the back check, the hustle. But as you highlighted, and from what I saw this year, you again covering the San Jose Sharks, you know this much more than I do, but it didn't look like he was not, withholding any hustle. It didn't look like he wasn't trying out there at all.
This is what I'll say about it. I'd say that Evander Kane was probably the best San Jose Shark in 80% of the games this season.
So is he throwing games? I don't know. Is he a scumbag? Well, his past and just the shadow of just crap follows him wherever he goes. We've listed here, just for some of our listeners and viewers, just, some of the things that have faced Evander Kane, some of the headlines, the negative headlines that have followed him throughout his career. The Cosmopolitan, him owing them over $100,000 in chips that he took out in debt. That one was crazy.
I heard that was $500,000 actually.
Really?
$500,000.
Holy crap. So even more than what I saw there. The infamous billboard post over the overposh One Oak nightclub. At the time, his girlfriend, Mara Teagan, I believe it was like a love note to her, but it had her agency also branded on there too, so you wonder like what was going on here. That was like $500,000 as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that was not cheap. I think that was maybe more of a marketing ploy, like you said, with the agency on there.
Yeah, so however you want to judge that, be you as you may. He had a $113,000 fine from the NHL for knocking over a ref in a playoff game. The whole money phone push-up incident, do you remember that as well?
100%.
Winnipeg Jets. He didn't have a good run with the Winnipeg Jets there. The tracksuit incidents where he was late for a meeting, showed up in a tracksuit, and Dustin Byfuglien at the time, there's a picture of him just, fingering Evander Kane in the locker room, and he threw that tracksuit. What was it, in the shower, in the hot tub or something?
I believe all of his equipment was thrown in the shower or something like that, yeah.
So shows up in a tracksuit, all his equipment gets thrown in there. You can see the team wasn't really high on Evander Kane at that time. He missed practice at one point too and was fined for partying too hard at an NBA All-Star game. Didn't time out his flights properly, I don't think, and didn't get to practice there on time. But the worst of it all, 2 assault charges thus far in his career. One in 2013 actually took place in Vancouver when he was with the Winnipeg Jets, and obviously the big one that was in Buffalo in 2016, Dylan. So, like, that's like 8 or 9 things that have followed Evander Kane, and, like, the guy's 30 years old.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't know if any team's going to take on this guy moving forward. Like I said, he had a great season this year, but if he's gambling on the NHL, I don't even know if it's an option for him to come back.
Well, I'll ask you, since you cover the Sharks, do you think the Sharks are going to continue to invest in this player and help him out? Because they've already done him a solid this season.
They've been working with him, and the fact that this has come out now after the fact that they put so much time and money into him, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that they're done with this guy.
And I think that's the right answer. Closing thoughts here. I think it's just a waste of talent. He was an unbelievable, prospect coming into the NHL. He ripped it up with the Vancouver Giants of the WHL.
And it seemed like he's just getting better too, which is the worst part of it all.
Yeah, he's continuing to score goals and doing other things, as a veteran in the National Hockey League. But like we highlighted throughout this video, Dylan, the problems just continue to follow him. And most importantly, he needs help.
100%.
And like you highlighted there, and I think this is the best way to end the video, I think the NHL should prioritize trying to help this player and, his family and those involved in this just circus and just cloud around him, rather than trying to help another team or allow another team to bring on his services.
Yeah, well, hate it or love it, he's going to be part of the NHL circle moving forward, whether or not he's playing. So yes, the NHL absolutely needs to stand in and help.
That's it for the video today. Tell us what sea creatures were in the video in the comments below. Smash that like button and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.